Hey everyone, so we don't have great lighting right now because there's a lot of sun and I'm driving towards the sun, but we're going to make do with what we have. My name is Anibal Mijangos, and today we are going to be talking about my digital marketing journey. It's been a long time coming. I've been looking forward to this video. I've talked about cryptocurrency, I've talked about real estate and how I got involved in those industries and where I am now with them, and now we're going to be talking about digital marketing. So digital marketing is really cool. I know that for a time period, I think it still is really popular. One of the things that was extremely popular for entrepreneurship was social media marketing agencies, right? People were creating courses on how to create their own social media marketing agencies, and I think Ty Lopez was probably like the most popular one. He created his SMMA course and people were buying it up like crazy. Now, one of the things that I've been seeing is Amazon FBA. I've been seeing it a little bit more popular in the whole e-commerce world, but still digital marketing is really, really popular, especially ClickFunnels and just funnel building and that world. And I know Facebook ads is also pretty popular. So I've dabbled in each of those sectors, including the e-commerce world. But of course, funnels, Facebook ads, I've dabbled into those worlds. And I'm going to be touching on them in this video, but very briefly. I'll talk about them individually in a separate video so I can create like a really good conversation with all of you about my experiences with those fields. So I fell in love with digital marketing. It's been a long time since I've been involved in the digital marketing space, and similar to real estate, there's a lot of things involved in digital marketing. So just saying digital marketing like I'm a digital marketer is very, very broad and general. Right now, I'd like to say more that I'm a direct response marketer. The reason for that, the way that I think about direct response marketing is the literally direct response. Like you have, you're able to track the data, you're able to see the level of engagement that certain campaigns have, certain content has, and you're able to better determine what kind of content or what kind of campaigns are going to be better performing in the future. One of the other ways that I think about direct response marketing is that most forms of marketing right now, at least that I've seen, is really targeted towards lead generation and getting more engagement. But with direct response marketing, it's more focused on getting the audience that you currently have already, the customers that you have already, and how can you get them to become repeat customers so they buy from you again, so you can increase your revenue. And you don't only have to think about singular transactions in your business. You can start thinking about creating two revenue streams. One is from new customers and of course repeated customers. That's the way that I think about direct response marketing, and that's the things that I fall in love with when it comes to digital marketing. And of course, using funnels, using email campaigns, using Facebook ads, it all revolves around direct response marketing and the marketing style that I know and love now. But it didn't always start that way. When I first got started in digital marketing, I got started in the world of graphic design because I took a course in college, I believe, or in high school, to talk about Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, that world, and I was super into it. I loved it. I was pretty much doing it every single day. When I went to college at California Lutheran University, a long time ago, it feels like it now, I got involved in the entrepreneurship club and they needed a logo, and so I created the logo for them and I helped up build their Facebook page. Now at the time, I was really only a user of Facebook. I wasn't really a user of Facebook in the sense of like a business or using it for marketing purposes. I just was so used to the idea of posting photos just for the fun of it, not really necessarily looking for engagement or looking for feedback or looking to grow a community. It was just the form of expression or of letting other people know what you're doing in life. That point on, I realized there was a lot more powerful uses of social media than simply just creating some kind of one-way communication channel. Instead of making social media strictly about you speaking to the audience, why not create it in a way where you can have a conversation with the audience? And that is a lot stronger of a use of social media than just you throwing things out there hoping that things stick. So after I started realizing that, I started shifting my focus to how can I help, or how can I personally use social media for creating conversations. And that's something that led me into helping my parents. Actually, I think that's where I first started using social media, not only for myself but for others. I started helping my parents out in their social media and their marketing efforts, first by starting something as simple as creating like a Facebook page. I started teaching my mom how to use Canva, and now it's even gotten so far as to I help my dad set up a podcast. Hopefully I can set him up on a YouTube channel very, very soon. That's the goal. But it didn't always start that way, of course. So we started off with something as simple as Facebook. We ran some ads for him. We got him set up on an ebook, those kinds of things. I didn't really know exactly all the steps that I was doing. I kind of just knew that the things that I was doing had to be done in order for like lead generation, conversions, and opt-ins for lead, like landing pages and all that stuff. At the time, I didn't know anything about funnels. I didn't know anything about email automation or marketing or anything like that. I just knew that in order for us to do like some kind of remarketing campaigns, we had to collect the email addresses. And it took me a while to fully understand why and the best ways to do that. Now I know that the best ways to do that is to create a funnel. And now it took me a long time. I think now at this point, about 3-4 years ago, that's when I first started learning about funnels. Originally, I only knew about landing pages, and although landing pages are very similar to funnels, there's a big difference in the way that you use them. Once I started getting involved in the world of the funnel games, I started getting involved in the world of funnels because of ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels, it took me some time to truly understand what it was about and how it became powerful. I think it really took me like 2 years in order to really understand ClickFunnels and to understand the funnel strategy. But once I understood it, it was really, I like to say, it was kind of game over, because I understood that the power of funnels, the power of follow-up, the power of email automation, that's when things started changing. I started becoming a lot more comfortable with constantly following up with people and speaking to people in order to not necessarily create just them knowing me, but also me knowing them, having that conversation that I talked about at the beginning. And this whole process of creating funnels, creating social media campaigns, creating email automations, that's the idea. So people can become more comfortable with you, build up that trust, build up that credibility, and make people want to repeatedly engage with you and your content, which is a phenomenal concept if you really think about it. That's when I first started getting into like the whole funnel world, email marketing. When it comes to email marketing, I started off with something as simple as MailChimp. If you want to start